What is going on, everybody? Madden 13 finally came out August 28th. Today's the day. Counterful here, if you don't know. Told you, if you watched my recent videos, you know I'm pretty big in Madden, and can expect Madden video every day for the next couple of weeks. I might take a break once in a while, but we can get around that. So, first online ranked game. Record the fourth quarter. Just a little set it here is, I will be only recording the fourth quarter for ranked games. I'm talking about like weekly picks and that, but I'm talking about tips for you guys, which I'll mix in, real life football with a game and how to get better on it. I'll put actual like edited clips in the tips ones. This one is just gameplay. Try to bring the best one I have, and hope you enjoy this one. This one was my first ranked game. And you understand how like it's right there. It just I was shaking at the end of this game. I came in here, Lions, Calvin Johnson. I'm like, this guy's gonna throw a deep ball game. Terrence McGee's gonna get pooped on. He didn't throw a deep ball game. He threw dink-a-dunk passes. He was checked down in a lot. And also, I found out how to stop Calvin Johnson already on this game. I will go into a little bit later. You only see like maybe one or two clips of it, but during the game, I was thinking, why didn't I do this earlier? But he was throwing dink-a-dunk passes. Nothing you can really do. I think that might be some strategy. I did get an interception. I did fumble out this game. You'll see a fumble later on in this gameplay that almost changed the game completely. Fred Jackson tears this guy a new asshole. I passed the ball 4 times. At the end of the game, you'll see I got the achievement for only completing 4 balls, which that's how I play. I run the ball game. That's how I did with the Bills. That's how I do it with most of the teams, unless it's like Aaron Rodgers and that. But this gameplay and this video, I don't know why I said gameplay, is kind of just to give you a little look at what teams you probably should watch out for in this game. I did that last year in Madden 12. It seems like this year that short passing might be the way to go for passing. Some catches I saw during this game were kind of risky, but that was because it's Calvin Johnson. He's going to make them because he's 6'5". But teams to really look out for would be your teams with accurate passers, like the Packers, Saints, Patriots. I mean, they just... I haven't played them all yet, so I don't have that known fact yet of it, but it's just the way this game went, it might be the type of player. But this guy didn't run the ball at all. That's probably why he lost. I ran the ball 24 times, if I'm correct. Yeah, I did win the game. Kind of just spoiled it for you, but it's a nice little way I won it. So yeah, you probably want to watch out for those teams. I mean, it seems this year that there's not, like, the only player that can make a deep impact in how you play is the quarterback now. Wide receivers tend to not get big separation from the corners. Running backs seem to be stuff in the back field a lot unless you're playing against this guy, which I ran all over him. So it seems like you don't really have to focus on one player the whole game. Calvin Johnson might be that type of player because he's 6'5", and on this game that's like being 7'8" NBA 2K. I mean, it's ridiculous. But like I said, a little bit later, I'll go into how to stop Calvin Johnson. It might work for other receivers, but like I said, I haven't really played every type of receiver that could be a Calvin Johnson escape player. So you never know. Also seems like I think a team that would be underrated to watch for in this game. It's really hard. I think every team, if you know how to use them, you can win games in this game. I think that's a full-on effect of the new stature for this game. You can win with any team if you know how to. I expect people to pick the Lions a lot more, but I think for you to watch out for a team, it has to have a solid balance between defense and offense. It just seems like that this year. So I would say every team is to watch out for if they want to use them. If you're facing a guy who's the Browns, who knows, let's say Trent Richardson can break every first tackle. That's something to watch out for, and it's something that's going to be very deadly against you, and you might have to change your game plan around it. So it's, last year it was definitely to watch out for Michael Vick. I mean, I said it and people agreed with me. I definitely watch out for those scrambling quarterbacks. Definitely, I would say. Since they fixed the speed thing where your defensive tackles can't catch up to your quarterbacks, like a Michael Vick, like, you know, I mean, that was ridiculous last year. So scrambling might be a problem. I would say screenplays, but they made it more to where the linebackers read that play, or the corners, and they will jump on it. This guy ran a lot of screenplays. It pissed me off. But he really didn't get big yardage with them. Maybe 15 yards was the highest one. So screenplays are probably big time watch out for there because of the lack of the deep passing game. Which is kind of, I'm going to say realistic, because Madden 12 you could throw the deep ball every time and have a big chance of getting it. Now you got like a 1 in 5 chance of doing that. So it's not, people are going to more adapt to that thing. It might do more, your dink-a-dunks. I'm not a big fan of people when they dink-a-dunk all game long. This guy didn't really, anger me with his dink-a-dunk because he was throwing the ball deep, but it was only to Calvin. So I didn't care because the game was close and Calvin wasn't really doing anything big. He was throwing like medium passes to Calvin. I was shutting down Calvin, you could say, because if you held Calvin with only like 1 touchdown and not like 150 yards, there's a good game of shutting him down. But overall, like I said, every team's to watch out for. They got one player, like I said, if you know how to use them, they'll dominate. See, I don't know, this is my first game. I don't know if Fred Jackson will repeat this. I doubt he will, but he might, because I know how to run the ball. So, me compared to a person that, like this guy, barely ran the ball, he probably would suck at passing. I was terrible passing this game. That's why I only attempted 8 passes and only completed 4 of them. I'm going to straight out say, I could not pass this game. I threw 2 interceptions, if I'm correct, and I fumbled with Fitzpatrick. So I was like, no, I'm running the ball because if I'm averaging 15 yards per rush, I'm going to stick with that. Now, for this guy, that might have just destroyed him. I might have beat him 30 to zip if we switched around how we played. I would have switched teams. So I think the new Madden definitely brings that effect. Every team should be dangerous in your mind. They actually made it so you can't see playbooks anymore, so you don't know if that person's going to be using their playbook or they're going to be using somebody else's playbook. For the Bills, I use the Saints playbook because I like the shotgun plays. They have draw plays that I like. Their I-form package I like, and their single back. I like their playbook. It fits how I play, so I picked that playbook. So that could be another thing to watch out for, is if they're using that playbook of the team or a playbook they feel like fits the team and how they play, the player, not the team. So that could be it. And here is the 4th down play that just blew my mind. I was like, I'm going to lose my first ranked match on Madden. And I was like, my hands are shaking. I'm like, no. And this was so close to. This one was the story of the game. Is Fitzpatrick could not pass the ball, but one pass he made it, and that changed the game. So that's another thing to watch out for, the game changers like that. I mean, that was a beautiful pass. I mean, Fitzpatrick was 2 seconds to be getting sacked, and I would have lost that game. So now going to this Calvin Johnson thing, maybe you were looking forward to it, but seems like you actually see it in a couple seconds here of how what I mean by stopping Calvin Johnson. And that is to put a physical, man coverage corner on him. Like Stephon Gilmore, he is a very, very tough corner. He could tackle. He's very physical when it comes to jamming people. So I'm here, I'm like, I gotta take the chance. He's got 58 seconds. He could throw it deep to Calvin. I need somebody that could press Calvin and slow him down. Put Stephon Gilmore on him, and boom. He got an interception. I kind of spoiled it, but that's how you're gonna stop Calvin in this game. It might work for your other physical wide receivers. I don't know if they had the defensive matchups on here. That was what I was trying to do, was put Stephon Gilmore and Calvin. It didn't work. So I don't know if they have that feature, or I might have pressed start early. But if you could do that right away. Physical corners of Calvin is his kryptonite on this game. He jammed, I pushed back, he jammed on him, boom, interception, ends the game. That's how you stop Calvin Johnson in the game. It might be one play, But every time Calvin was on, Stephon Gilmore was on Calvin, most yards he got was 15 yards, and that was on a screenplay. So your physical corners, you make them, if you have a team with no physical corners, you're going to be in for a rough time if you're playing a team like the Lions. You might as well just run the ball game, run the clock out, because that was awesome. I couldn't stop Calvin when he was on Terrence McGee. So that type of thing just changed the game. So if you have a physical corner, definitely try to put them on their most physical receiver or their deep threat. Slow them down for couple seconds for the safety to get them, or if it's a blitz, it shuts down the quarterback a little bit, and his deep threat's not there. Boom. Simple as that. You're shutting down their best receiver. I mean, it could be a cheese play. I don't know how to explain it. I found that awesome that if you have a physical corner, he is physical now. And the fact that Stephon Gilmore, just a rookie, shut down Calvin, who's like a 95 overall, and he's just 77. Like this whole game, they barely put Calvin on that left side. So that shows that Stephon Gilmore had a big impact on how I won this game. And I feel that's my first tip, is if you have a physical corner, use him. Even if you're your nickel corner, your fourth corner, use him when you're out of options. When you think you're not gonna be able to stop him, try it out. Put your physical corner on the best receiver. It's gonna be worth it, because that extra 2 seconds that receiver's jammed, more time to get to the quarterback, and more time for your safety to get over there, or your linebacker. So that's the end of the video. I want to thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. There'll be more tip videos coming out. Like I said, Madden video every day. I'm going to start doing tips, and then you'll see my preseason predictions. I think probably done the weekend, because as preseason's over, I want to do it after preseason. So thanks again. Thanks for watching. Also follow me on Twitter. I'll be playing my followers all week. So